The warmth of Jude's body was a familiar comfort against my back. His arm was draped lazily over my waist, his breathing a slow, steady rhythm in the quiet of our bedroom. It was in these moments, in the aftermath of our intimacy, that I almost felt like I belonged. Almost. A soft sigh escaped his lips, a murmur in his sleep. I smiled, turning slightly to press a kiss to his shoulder, but then, the name he whispered wasn't mine. Marnie. The sound was a ghost in the room, a shard of ice sliding down my spine. My smile froze, cracking like thin ice. Jude, my husband, the man whose child I might be carrying, was dreaming of her, always her. The two pink lines stared back at me, stark and unwavering against the white plastic. Pregnant. My hand trembled as I placed the test on the marble countertop of the bathroom. A wave of dizziness washed over me, and it had nothing to do with morning sickness. For 3 years, I had yearned for this. A child, a real, unbreakable connection to this family, to Jude, a reason for them to finally see me, Coralie, and not just the girl who filled a void. But now, staring at the proof, a cold dread coiled in my stomach. It felt less like a blessing and more like a trap. The bathroom door creaked open, and Jude stood there, his hair still damp from his shower. Everything okay, Corey? He asked, his voice laced with that casual concern he did so well. I quickly swept the pregnancy test into the drawer. Fine, I lied, my voice tight, just a little tired. He nodded, already distracted, scrolling through his phone. Big day, Rowan, and I have that final meeting on the Caldwell merger. I watched him, this handsome, successful man I called my husband. Did he ever look at me and feel anything real? Or was I just a part of the perfect picture he'd constructed after she shattered the original? My phone buzzed on the nightstand, pulling me from a restless sleep. It was Rowan. My brother. Heard the news? He asked, his voice unusually bright. My heart skipped a beat. Had Jude told him about the pregnancy? Had I misjudged everything? What news? I tried to keep my voice even. Marnie's coming home, he announced, the words bubbling with an excitement I hadn't heard from him in years. Her flight lands this evening. The air left my lungs in a silent rush. Marnie, the ghost from the prologue of my life, the girl I replaced, the one they never stopped loving. Isn't it great? Rowan pressed, oblivious to the roaring silence in my ears. Yeah, I choked out, tasting ash. Great. I hung up, the phone slipping from my numb fingers, the two pink lines in the drawer felt like a mockery, an heir for the Astor family, conceived just in time for the return of their true princess. She was coming back to reclaim her throne, and I was the pregnant, inconvenient placeholder sitting on it. After Jude and Rowan left for the office, a suffocating anxiety settled over the house. I needed to know what I was walking into. I decided to go to their office, to bring them lunch, to pretend everything was normal, to see on Jude's face if this was just a friendly visit or the end of my world. The hum of Caldwell Industries was a familiar sound, the sleek glass and steel a testament to Jude's ambition. I was heading towards his office when I heard voices from the adjacent conference room, the door slightly ajar. It was Rowan and Jude, and a woman's soft, almost pleading voice that I recognized from old photographs. Marnie, Rowan, Jude, maybe releasing the video is a bad idea, she was saying, her tone dripping with faux concern. After all, Coralie is pregnant now. My blood ran cold. The video, my breath hitched in my throat as Rowan's voice cut through the air, sharp and dismissive. That's exactly why we're doing it now, he said, the cruelty in his voice stripping the air from my lungs. They say pregnancy softens a woman, but look at her, so vicious she won't even let you come home. I leaned against the wall, my knuckles white, as Jude chuckled. It was a low, dismissive sound that broke something deep inside me. Don't worry about her, he said, his voice laced with an arrogant indifference. What does she know? Our 2 decades of history isn't something she can compete with. He paused, and his next words were the final nail in my coffin. Besides, she's always been a soft touch. She wouldn't do anything to hurt the baby. My fingers dug into my palms, the pain a distant echo. I was a puppet, and I had just heard the masters discussing my strings. Slowly, mechanically, I turned